The chatter about burgers never spoil or rot for decades has sparked a great deal of concern. Yet, behind this supposed immortality, there is no preservative-driven magic at play. It is simply a matter of physics. The internet is flooded with photos of patties that look brand new years later, leading many to immediately conclude it's all pure chemistry. In reality, the hidden factor is dryness. The thin meat, parched on the grill, combined with a low-moisture bun, dehydrates much faster than mold can even begin to form. Since water is the fundamental requirement for microorganisms to multiply, its absence stops decay in its tracks. However, if you were to seal that same snack inside a plastic bag, it would go bad just as quickly as any home-cooked meal. Another widespread belief is that mysterious, highly addictive components are mixed into the food. In truth, there is zero evidence to support this drug additive theory. It isn't about secret substances, it's the clever combination of sugar, fat, and salt that targets the brain's reward center directly. Then there's the aroma. The buns smell of vanilla, the fries of oil, and the beef of grill smoke. This is a natural yet powerful trick used across the entire food industry. There is no chemical needle here. The body is just reacting to these stimuli as to a prize. By the way, the legend of earthworms being mixed into the meat is one of the most absurd fantasies to emerge from the 1970s. For starters, McDonald's exclusively uses 100% beef. Secondly, from an economic standpoint, farming and processing worms on an industrial scale would actually be far more expensive than using conventional livestock. The filet fish hasn't escaped the rumor mill either. Many believe it is made from scraps like tails or scales. In truth, that famous square portion is crafted from the finest fillets of wild-caught fish, such as Alaska pollock, haddock, or scyther. The catch is prepared right on the ships and flash-frozen into massive slabs while still at sea. At the factory, these icy blocks are sliced into perfect squares with precision saws, breaded, and shipped to restaurants. No waste, just high-quality seafood. How does the idea even arise that fries are mold from some mysterious powder? In reality, they are nothing more than perfectly ordinary, whole potatoes. These tubers are thoroughly washed, peeled, and propelled at high pressure through specialized water knives before undergoing flash freezing. If you look closely, you'll notice that a single serving always contains strips of varying lengths, the ultimate proof of their natural origin. Next, let's talk politics. It's often claimed that McDonald's supports Israel, leading to boycotts of the chain in several Muslim-majority nations. In truth, this is a global franchise system where restaurants in their respective regions belong to independent entrepreneurs. In Israel, for instance, the network is managed by a local licensee who introduced military discounts on their own initiative. Meanwhile, branches in Malaysia, Pakistan, or Indonesia are run by Islamic investors. They categorically distance themselves from such actions and strictly emphasize the halal status of their outlets. Another popular misconception suggests that instead of fruit, the apple pie filling consists of diced potatoes or zucchini marinated in syrup. Yet, every quality check confirms there is only real fruit inside. Swapping these out for substitutes would actually be technologically far more complex and expensive than simply using regular apples. Speaking of ingredients, fries aren't vegan everywhere. In Europe and the UK, they are cooked exclusively in vegetable oil. In the USA, however, the recipe is different. To preserve that legendary old-school flavor, a natural beef flavoring, which contains milk and wheat derivatives, is added to the fat. This is why, In America, this famous side dish is not considered vegan. Many are also convinced that McDonald's serves the unhealthiest, lowest-grade fast food in the world. However, comparative studies show that when it comes to calorie counts and the standard of raw materials, the brand is virtually indistinguishable from other similar providers. Even the British monarchy had a connection. The late Queen Elizabeth II was the owner of the Banbury Gateway retail park near Oxford. This included a perfectly normal McDonald's branch, complete with its own drive-through. Finally, a look at the economy. How long do you have to work in different countries to afford a Big Mac? In 2026, Switzerland remains the leader. Despite having the world's highest price, the money for the burger is earned there in just 10 minutes. In Germany, it takes 14 minutes, and in the USA, 16. The circumstances at the bottom of the list are a world away. A resident of Egypt has to labor for 4.5 hours for the meal, while in Pakistan, it takes nearly 6 hours of toil for a single burger.
Over the decades, the golden arches have been shrouded in so many legends they could fill entire volumes of modern folklore. The world's favorite fast food chain acts as a magnet for such tales, ranging from harmless anecdotes to downright creepy stories. Incidentally, statistics show that 1 in 8 Americans has worked at McDonald's at some point, including Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and actress Sharon Stone. Today, we're putting 5 of the most famous misconceptions under the microscope to see what the reality actually looks like.
These urban legends often start with the claim that the soft serve, whether it's a McFlurry or a cone, is pure chemistry, a mix of fat and sugar without a single drop of dairy. In truth, however, this sweet treat consists of natural whole milk, cream, and sugar. It is called soft serve because, compared to traditional ice cream, it contains less milk fat and more air. But the milky base is absolutely genuine. Another tall tale suggests that milkshakes and sundaes contain pig fat, which is supposedly responsible for that creamy texture. The corporation has officially clarified this. There are no animal fats in the desserts, and certainly no lard. The foundation is, and remains, a pure dairy product. Online, people also love to joke that the ice cream machine is perpetually out of order. Many are convinced the staff is simply too lazy to clean it. In reality, it's usually not a mechanical failure at all, but a complex pasteurization process. Once a day, the equipment starts an automatic heat cleaning cycle that takes a good 4 hours to complete. If this cycle begins at an inconvenient time, the employees cannot cancel it, leaving customers empty-handed. Another case that has long since become part of pop culture is the famous legal battle over hot coffee. For many, Stella Liebeck's 1992 lawsuit is seen as the ultimate example of consumer greed. However, the reality was far more gruesome. The 79-year-old woman suffered severe third-degree burns. Her skin literally melted away. The reason? The beverage was served nearly boiling, at an extreme 82 to 88 degrees Celsius, or 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. The pensioner required skin grafts and lengthy medical treatment. It later emerged that the fast food giant deliberately kept the temperature at such a dangerous level, despite having received over 700 complaints of serious scalding before Stella's accident. The firm had simply ignored them. While the court awarded her compensation, the amount was significantly reduced later on. In the public memory, however, only the myth of the millionaire made by a cup of coffee remained. Speaking of the menu, the most profitable item on the board isn't actually the burger, it's Coca-Cola. The production costs for syrup and water are mere cents, while it sells in massive quantities over the counter. Have you ever noticed that the Coke at McDonald's often tastes better than elsewhere? That's due to an exclusive contract. Unlike other eateries where the syrup is stored in plastic bags, it is delivered to the burger empire in stainless steel containers. This protects the drink from light, heat, and oxygen. Add to that the multi-stage water filtration and strict temperature controls, and you get that perfect hit of carbonation and freshness in every single cup. Many of us order a salad instead of a burger, firmly believing we're making a healthier, more figure-conscious choice. But it's not quite that simple. If you toss fatty dressing, croutons, and fried chicken in with those leafy greens, the calorie count of this supposedly light meal can easily exceed that of a standard Big Mac. In a classic Caesar salad, you'll sometimes find more fat and sodium than in a regular cheeseburger. Speaking of freshness, there is a persistent belief that food at the drive-thru is prepared in advance and sits around for hours. In reality, the made-for-you system was introduced in the early 2000s specifically to debunk this notion. Today, the assembly of your sandwich only begins after you have placed an order at the counter or the speaker post. The only exception is the French fries. They are cooked in small batches and replaced with a fresh batch every 7 to 10 minutes. Legends also surround the empire's founding story. To this day, many remain convinced that Ray Kroc created the brand. In truth, however, brothers Richard and Maurice McDonald opened the very first restaurant. They were the visionaries who invented the famous fast service system. Kroc, a humble milkshake mixer salesman at the time, initially purchased a franchise license from them and later took over the entire company to build this local joint into a global icon. You might also have the impression that the menu is identical all over the world. That couldn't be further from the truth. The corporation heavily adapts its selection to regional tastes. In India, you will look for beef in vain, while in Japan, you can try a shrimp burger. The international network remains flexible, which is precisely one of the main reasons for its success in so many countries. By the way, McDonald's is also the world's largest toy distributor. Thanks to the Happy Meal, the giant gets over 1.5 billion playthings into people's hands every year, overtaking industry leaders like Hasbro or Mattel. Did you know that the company actually has its own hamburger university? Since 1961, more than 275,000 managers and franchisees have earned their diplomas there. Classes are held in 28 languages, and the demand for a spot is sometimes greater than at Oxford or Harvard. Then there's the legendary McGold card, which guarantees lifelong free food at any of the chain's locations. Billionaires like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett own one. But every now and then, McDonald's raffles off this golden ticket to ordinary guests as part of promotional campaigns. Even the famous filet-o-fish owes its existence to pure resourcefulness. In 1962, a franchise manager in Ohio noticed that his Catholic customers were abstaining from meat on Fridays during Lent. To save his sales on those days, he offered a fish alternative and hit the bullseye. A worldwide bestseller was born.
We get sick, grow old, and die. The death of a familiar person shakes us to our core, whether it is a neighbor, a dear friend, or a relative. And when we ourselves depart one day, how long will the memory of us truly linger? For the real death only occurs when a person fades into eternal oblivion. My vision for the Human Heritage Museum is an initiative calling for a digital archive of lived experiences to be established in every locality, while also preserving the original creative works of all residents. Let us support this mission as a tribute to every unique biography. May our descendants know who we were and keep us in their thoughts. In my book, Human Heritage Museum, The Foundations, I explain how you can safeguard the memory of yourself for all time. You deserve to remain unforgotten and to live on eternally in the hearts of coming generations.
The idea that McDonald's owns all its restaurants and controls every location from headquarters is merely a nice legend. In reality, approximately 95% of these businesses belong to independent entrepreneurs. The corporation is essentially a titan in the property sector. As Ray Kroc himself liked to say, his true business isn't burgers, but rather land and buildings. The firm purchases the acreage, while the operators pay rent along with a share of their sales. This setup makes the brand one of the largest property owners on the planet. Within this enormous network, strict regulations prevail. For instance, it is often claimed that personnel are forbidden from providing meals to the homeless or gifting items destined for disposal. In most franchise branches, this reflects the cold, hard truth. Due to legal pitfalls and the fear of lawsuits over potential poisoning, leadership minimizes any risks, especially since Good Samaritan laws are far from universal. For an ordinary employee, attempting to distribute food without a direct order from management almost certainly results in dismissal. Nowadays, anyone ordering without opening the mobile application is quite literally throwing money out the window. This tool is far more than just a digital menu. It is your personal key to savings. Inside, you'll find exclusive coupons, BOGO, buy one get one, deals, and loyalty points that can be redeemed for coffee or snacks at no cost. Many of these offers never even appear on the standard self-service kiosks. Craving the freshest fries possible? Simply request them without salt. It's an absolute classic among life hacks. Since the ready-to-serve batch is already salted, the crew must prepare a brand new portion just for you. If you'd rather not burden the staff with the extra effort of a special order, just politely ask for a freshly made serving and accept the brief wait. When it comes to soft drinks, try ordering them without ice. The dispensing machines are already chilled, and frozen cubes can take up to 40% of the cup. Without them, you get more of the actual beverage, and it won't be watered down. Whatever you do, don't toss your receipt away. On the back or at the bottom of the slip, there is often a link to a brief survey. Spend 2 minutes filling it out to secure a voucher code for a free burger, a dessert, or a discount on your next visit. For those who loathe the drive-through queue, there's a clever trick. Use the mobile ordering feature and select curbside pickup. You simply pull into a numbered parking bay, enter that digit into the app, and your meal is brought out to you, often before the line of cars has even moved an inch. For a sweet treat, Try the viral sensation from social media. Buy a hot apple pie and pair it with a McFlurry or a soft serve cone. This interplay of hot and cold, crunchy and smooth, is arguably the finest confection on the entire menu. Interestingly, in blind taste tests, McDonald's coffee frequently outperforms much more expensive chains, all while coming in at a far more attractive price point. In April 2026, keep an eye out for the new budget menu in the USA. There, many classics will cost a maximum of $3.
I look forward to your thoughts in the comments. Did this video give you valuable insights? If so, thank you for the like. And if you want to gain even more useful knowledge, subscribe to our channel.